open season.
What's going on, guys? It's D-Ben. I hope you have a blessed day today. And if you enjoy having open conversation to your favorite season, please make sure to subscribe. That being said, let's get right into it. By now, we all know that the Memphis Grizzlies got annihilated by the Los Angeles Lakers, especially in that last game. This is a big deal since Memphis were the second seed while the Lakers were the seventh seed. Not a good look. With that, Memphis deemed this season to be a failure as they did not make a deep run in the playoffs. And what's really fascinating about this Grizzlies team is the bravado they had about themselves. They acted as if they had already won, that they were champions, multiple-time champions. Meanwhile, they hadn't won anything, though you wouldn't know any better by the way they were talking. This is all led by their superstar in John Morant. He's the one that does a lot of talking. He was infamously known for saying that we are not worried about anyone in the West, we're focused on Boston. In other words, he is saying that we will come out of the West and face Boston in the finals. How did that end up for you? Despite all of this, Memphis declared Dillon Brooks as the cause to their shortcomings. Why do I say this? Well, Dillon Brooks poked the bear that is LeBron James by saying, "You're too old, you're not the same, I would only respect you if you drop 40 on me." That's who Dillon is. He's an instigator, he's a villain, and he's embraced that role. You gotta love him for that. Not in this case, since LeBron James went on to drop 40, not once, not twice, but 4 times on Dillon Brooks, forcing him to respect his elders. Okay, that did not happen exactly, but remember when I said that the Lakers annihilated the Grizzlies in the last game? Well, the Lakers dropped 40 as a collective on the Grizzlies. So forcing Dillon Brooks to not only respect LeBron James, but the Lakers. Following this defeat, the Grizzlies stated that they will not be re-signing Dillon Brooks in the offseason. Now that's cool, I have no problem with that. Dillon Brooks shot under 40% in the regular season and he was a liability from 3. But no, the Grizzlies went on to say that we will not be signing Dillon Brooks under any circumstances. Why add that last part? Are you saying that Dillon Brooks was the cause for you not advancing in the playoffs? Perhaps you are claiming that Dillon Brooks was the scapegoat. He's the reason that we were not the team that we were supposed to be. That's why I agree with what Shannon Sharpe had to say about this matter. Take a listen.
I'm disappointed because it looks like to me the Grizzlies are trying to scapegoat this man into their season not being what they thought it would be. Skip, I'm a firm believer. What type of environment you have, especially if it's sports related, you either coach a behavior or you condone a behavior.
Yeah,
now, which
true.
is it, Taylor Jenkins? Because when they were chirping last year, and they started this last year, you didn't say anything. The organization did not get this under control. And you thought it was cute because you went in a couple of games and like, oh, the Grizzlies, they're young and they're up and coming, and they just chirping. And everybody let them chirp, let them talk. Now you come up short of your expectations, and now you want to place all this at Dillon Brooks' feet. Nah, Dillon Brooks is the least of your problems. You know what the problem is, but y'all won't say that out loud. There was another bigger problem that circulated the latter part of this season.
It did.
But y'all put that on Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks said what he said. But don't nobody talk more than Ja. Go to the games and see. He was the one that every time he do something big, he can't effing guard me. Get him out of here. You coach it or you condone it. Now you want to place this at this man's feet.
All that to say that the Memphis Grizzlies could have given the classic line that all business people give when they're about to fire someone. We have decided to mutually part ways with Dillon Brooks. We wish him nothing but the best in his future endeavors. Like, it was that simple. He didn't need to add that under any circumstances. That was totally unnecessary. On top of this, Draymond Green made his feelings clear on Dillon Brooks. Pretty sure this came after Dillon Brooks instigated trash talk Draymond Green. Now this was another video of Draymond Green, but amidst all of this controversy, it had resurfaced.
I'm trying to figure out why they like you in Memphis. Or do they like you in Memphis? That's a better question. I'm not sure your teammates like you.
So basically, Draymond Green said that Dillon isn't any good and that his teammates probably don't like him. Okay, so why would he say this? Again, that is the narrative around Dillon Brooks. See, the entire Grizzlies talk. They all chirp. It's not just Dillon Brooks. Again, John Morant probably does as much talking as Dillon Brooks. I'm pretty sure Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane, all the gang, I'm pretty sure they all do their talking. It just so happens that Ja and Dillon are the loudest. So that is the misconception about that. Wait, didn't Dillon Brooks average 26 points on good efficiency, 51% from the field, 40% from three, 2 years ago in a series against the Utah Jazz? Like, what are we talking about? This guy can play. He just so happens to have had a down year this past season. And Draymond Green, you're one to talk. You were the same guy that punched your teammate, Jordan Poole. I wonder how that relationship is going. Come on, Draymond Green, you're better than that. Also, did you forget that little scuffle you had with Kevin Durant a few years back that caused him to leave Golden State? I know that wasn't the driving force for him leaving. It was also the way that the organization mishandled the situation. But it did have something to do with it. LeBron James, in the finals in 2016, kicking him below the belt, you being suspended, potentially costing a championship for the Warriors that year. Draymond Green, your team had to deal with a lot of your antics, shenanigans. At times it may have been frustrated. I've seen Steve Kerr on the sidelines. Draymond Green, of all people, you should know and kind of understand where Dillon Brooks is coming from. That being said, that's why I appreciate what Kevin Durant had to say about Dillon Brooks. You respect the fact that he embraces the villain role, added to the fact that he's asked to guard the opposing team's best player. That is not easy to do. It takes a lot from you. You need to muster up some to bring out your best. Sometimes for Dillon Brooks, that's brought through trash talking, but he still managed to get the job done. Man, we need to respect Dillon Brooks.